such a great opportunity, boys and girls. We have two people who are going to talk a little to both of these people.
Is that right?
One is all the way in Norway. Do you know where Norway is? This, I have a chart of all these great pictures, but you're so far away that I also have the same pictures like this that will just kind of be floating around. You can just keep passing them. They're two-sided. These are all the different places he will be talking about. So we have Jaden, Jaden's mother, which is right here. Her name's Jen. You say hi, Jen. Hi, Jen. Her friend, Jen.
Yeah.
Say hi, Jen. Hi. She is going to marry a Norwegian man, so a person from Norway who was born and raised in Norway. So she is going to be doing what? Immigrating. Yes, from America over to Norway. So we have questions for her, don't we? What does it look like to leave your country and go to another? We've been studying immigration in our native countries, and so I know that you have lots of questions for her. And then we will also be calling her fiance, who's in Norway, on the computer. Have you heard of Skype before? Yeah. So we get to listen to him. He's going to fill us with a bunch of history of Norway, and then we'll take questions at the end. So we have Jen. Do you want to introduce us?
Sure. Well, I just got back after 2.5 years in Norway, and it's beautiful, and I can't wait for Vidar Solas is my fiance's name to introduce his country. He can tell you so much more than I can. He's a historical boat of information, if you will. So, without further ado,
Should we call him?
let's call Vidar.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Jen before we call him? Take a couple.
Does it have mountains there?
It's all like mountainous. It's very pretty. Yeah.
What was the lowest temperature was in Norway?
I want to say like maybe 30 degrees or 20 degrees, around that. Not really super cold. Where I am going to is on the southwestern side on a fjord. So the water stays pretty warm, and it doesn't get as ice cold as it gets here.
And these pictures right here, boys and girls, these are examples of what fjords, am I saying that correctly?
Fjords.
Fjords, what they look like in Norway. What do you think a fjord is? What do you think, Richie? Mountains?
Like a cliff edge?
Okay. Overhang. A cliff or a cut into the sea? Is that how you describe it?
I think I describe it as a waterway, because the fjords are what the glaciers cut through in order to create this beautiful waterway with mountains on each side and cliff overhangs. So you guys are all right.
3 more questions for you? Okay, Mike?
Sure.
What's your first question? Do you think you're gonna miss America?
Yes. Definitely yes.
How did you get to know he spoke?
He speaks 7 languages actually.
Are you gonna integrate on a plane?
On a plane? Yes. Yeah, I don't think I'll go on a boat. That's too long of a boat ride. I'll let you pick.
Okay.
Does some people still wear the fashion as they go back?
Some days they do, because they have like historical days where everybody wears them, even the little kids, and it's really cute.
We'll take a few more and then we want to call Vidar, don't we? Yes.
Their celebrations are, their Independence Day is coming up on May 17th, and they celebrate the independence of Norway. And all the kids get to be in a parade. It's just tons and tons of kids, and it's a day where you get ice cream and waffles and candy all day long. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
You're gonna be taken.
It's you.
What are the 7 languages?
Boy, that's a good question. Maybe you can ask him, because I don't know all of them, and I only know American. A little bit of Norwegian. I can say thank you very much for letting me speak to you. Tusen takk means thank you very much.
Can you try saying that, 4th grade?
Very good.
That's
Done. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if he is available. So just beware that the camera's right here.
Oh, it is. It's right on me. I'm right in front of it.
No, you're fine.
No, I am right in front of it. Can you see it on me? You guys? Okay. You can? Can you?
Hello? Did I lose him?
How long have you been engaged? Jen,
Huh?
how long have you been engaged?
3 years now? Yeah. 2.5. 2.5.
Do you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
I love your accent.
Good, good.
Very good accent.
Video will try again. Yeah, it seems to be okay now.
There he is.
For talking.
I'm so sorry it's taking so long.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know what you've been doing while waiting.
Tell him.
You've already gone through a lot of what I was going to say.
We've gotten to speak to your beautiful fiance, and we are missing about, let's see, the king and queen. We haven't heard too much about them. Leif Erikson, we're missing that piece too. Sometimes
Hello?
They're missing. Can you hear?
Yeah. Should I? If you can, I'm having a bit of trouble hearing you, but if you can hear me okay, I could just go into my.
Maybe you have to be near that.
Can you hear me, Vidar?
And now I can hear you.
Okay, my microphone just isn't as strong as I thought.
Yeah, when you were back there, I could not hear you properly.
Jen has been telling us a lot about the culture. We haven't talked about Leif Erikson yet, or the king and queen.
Okay.
And we have only about 5-10 minutes, and then it's lunch. So.
Yeah,
Go.
great time.
Can you stand?
Yes.
No.
Should I
So the
just go
king,
straight to immigration?
king and queen and Leif Erikson we have not covered.
That is
Can you think of anything else, Jen?
current subject.
Can you stand up for us?
No.
No, you'd see his knees.
We heard you're really tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 6'8" and a bit.
And a bit. Yeah, Vidar, they have not heard about Leif Erikson, and they have not heard about and they have not heard about the king and queen yet. I did not know anything other than the queen's name is Sonia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that
Name is
right.
Harold.
Oh, there you go.
Harold V. They have two kids, a prince and a princess. The prince and his wife is in Texas today, actually, attending a conference on offshore technology.
You know that?
Yep.
Wow. They probably know this.
It's
Yeah.
like over the news or something.
4th grade, we all can't talk though. Raise your hand. Any question?
What's your favorite candy?
Let's go.
Well, really, you'd ask that.
I can't really hear what you're saying over there, but
What's your favorite candy? What's your favorite candy? Favorite
my
candy.
favorite candy, Snickers, I think.
An American
Daddy,
Snickers.
my dad loves those
Snickers
too.
bar, yeah, I'm a big fan of chocolate peanut combination.
What's your favorite part of Norway?
What's your favorite part of Norway, Vidar?
Oh, I would have to be the fjords there in the southwest. That is so beautiful and so spectacular. just an amazing sight to see. We have these tall, sheer mountains coming straight up out of the sea. Narrow fjords cutting in between the mountains. Just amazing to see.
Do you play any sports?
Do you play any sports?
No, not really.
Are you?
Not really sporty.
Stop. Learning.
Can you just ask them to kind of brief you?
I did ski quite a lot in my younger years.
Okay. Vidar, they're going to be going to lunch here in a minute. Could you give a very brief overall history, if you had to do Norway in a nutshell?
Yeah. Okay. It's an old Viking nation, always been a seafaring nation. 1,000 years ago, it was the Vikings that ruled the country from right outside my window, actually, across the water there. In the later years, we've become one of the great oil exporters of the world, so that's made us ridiculously rich. So today we are one of the most expensive countries in the world to live in. A gallon of gas over here costs $11.25.
It's down now.
Then again, salaries are also very high. The minimum wage is almost $25. Skiing is the big sport over here. Soccer comes a close second. Monarchy, as we've covered.
Can you show them the fjord?
I can try, but it's very glary. The sun is setting over that fjord right now, so you
Okay.
have the sunlight coming straight into the camera.
Yeah. Aww.
Try putting your hand over the camera.
It's
Yeah, unfortunately,
It's
because
so
the simple
bright.
is that waterway right outside my window is what the Vikings used to call the way to the north.
We have pictures
North
up
Bay,
there.
from which the whole country gets its name. And our very first king, Harald Fair, he had his royal horse right across the water there. So he ruled the country from 1100 years ago. See if somebody has some questions back there. Somebody very patiently holding their hand up.
Go ahead, Ella.
You have to go.
Uh,
Come on.
Speak into the computer.
how many kids do you have, and if you have any, and how old are they?
I have 2 daughters of 8 and 9, and a son who's 4.
My brothers.
Girls are called Angela and Dina, and my boy is called Martin.
Parker, you can go there.
But Angela is pronounced Engela there.
Yeah, it is. The Norwegian way to pronounce it is Angela,
Yeah.
but not Angela.
Sounds very different than it
Just-
sounds then.
Yeah, anyone else?
Yep.
Is there a Norwegian language, and if there is, could you say some of it? Like, speak some few words?
Ja, det finns ett norsk språk. That means yes, there is a Norwegian language. Ja means yes. Nej means no.
I'm gonna go and write that
Oh,
down.
I don't. Well, it's just...
I'll let you can go up there and ask your question.
Vidar, what are all the languages that you speak?
Well, I can speak English, obviously, and Norwegian. A bit of English, a bit of Danish, a bit of Swedish, a bit of German, a bit of Spanish.
Are your kids there right there at the time, or no?
No.
No, not right now. I am divorced, so my kids come and visit me every other weekend. Spain. They're with their mother today.
Anyone else have a question for him?
I have another
Oh,
one.
Jane.
Yep, just ask in the... Okay.
Noel.
I see some hands raising up there.
Go ahead, Jane.
Wait, someone approach.
Is it Tuesday there, or is it a different day?
No, it's Tuesday, but it's 7:20 in the evening now, the PM. So the sun is starting to set. It's a 7-hour time difference.
Can you tell them what it's like with the sunlight in the winter and the summer in the northern part?
Oh yes. The further north you get, the longer the days are in the summer. So when you get to the real far north part of Norway, then the sun actually doesn't set at all. We get what we call the midnight sun. It's just daylight around the clock in the summertime. And it's the opposite in the winter. In In the winter months, there is no daylight at all. The days get shorter and shorter and shorter through the fall. And then October, November, it doesn't rise at all anymore. You can just, at high noon, you can just see, like, it's about to rise. You can see the red, orange glare on the horizon. That's all.
You could probably take about 4 more questions.
Yeah.
Kelly again.
In the winter, how do you get around?
We drive a car. We have new studded tires in the winter.
They don't get the snow like we do here in Minnesota, right?
No, not in this part. It's not this close to the coast. It doesn't get really cold there in the winter on the coast. It doesn't get really warm in the summer either.
What longitude and latitude are you at? Where do you live?
Well, I'm at the same longitude as Anchorage, Alaska, approximately. For latitude, I'm first one, I suppose.
Fantastic.
Good question.
Almost at the zero. The zero would be London.
Brilliant.
1 hour ahead of London.
What is it like in Norway?
It's pretty nice, actually. The United Nations, they do this list every year of what's the best countries in the world to live in. And usually Norway is number 1 on that list. We were second one year after Iceland, but usually we are actually number 1 on that list.
How close are you to the equator?
Could you say that again? The connection was breaking up a little bit.
How close are you to the equator?
Oh, I'm very far from the equator. I'm much closer to the North Pole than to the equator.
That's probably why it's so cold. What's your favorite sport?
I'd have to say the winter biathlon, which is a combination of cross-country skiing and target shooting.
Yeah, they shoot, they drop
It's a
and
sport
shoot.
that the Viking used to play here in Norway. Story goes more than 1,000 years ago.
You ski
But
and
back
drop
then
and
they
shoot.
used bow and arrow.
Fascinating.
It happens.
Vidar, we have to go to lunch now.
We might have lost the connection.